Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Sorry about the technical difficulties on that one, ladies and gentlemen. Just had a quick disconnect, but we are back at it again here for round 7, part 2 of the PlayStation Tier 3 Chinese Grand Prix, where we actually missed out on the overtake from Craigie on Guitar Man Khan. Craigie now has the lead of the race. I believe, Chappers, you actually saw it unfold, so want to give these guys back at home a brief description about the overtake there.
So basically, I think Craigie just went around the outside of Guitar Man Khan coming into the penultimate corner. He got the DRS on a Guitar and he just flew straight past him. And but Craigie is on those softs, bearing in mind, so he is going to probably have to pit again. And if he doesn't, I think those soft tyres will be screaming at the end of this race. And then for the Sector 3 incident, who's this?
Vintage had a spin around the final corner there, and he's now sluts down behind Bubbers. Look at Bubbers right on the diffuser of Mark 7 God, up towards turn 1 and 2. Very close there. Again, guys, sorry about the disconnect. So it looks like we're back at it. We're back here again. So we're just going to have to see if it holds. Remember, I am from the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, so there's a little bit of leeway with it, but I try. But look at this though, you can actually see the front two having themselves a good battle up ahead. Guitar Man Khan using those mediums absolutely perfectly, and you can actually see a little bit of the deterioration line on those set of mediums. But Guitar Man Khan has have all of the hands in his, like all of the cards in his hand. He has all of the aces. He has a lot of ERS. Now he has the DRS. Made the move. Squeezed Craigie on the outside there as he passes by. Craigie trying to get the switch back there. Will be getting DRS down towards turn 1, so it could be a short-lived overtake for Guitar Man Khan. Oh, and Craigie with a little bit of a spin, a little bit of a drift around that final corner. That rear left caught a little bit of that curve, but good recovery there from Craigie as he now slots into P2. We now see Bubbers and Mark 7 God breaking into turn 14. Mark 7 God around the outside has the better momentum and now holds on to P6 still. We also see Villeneuve and Page having themselves a close battle as Villeneuve catches up with a little bit of that DRS. Very strong here at China, would you say, Chappers?
Certainly would. It's been a great start so far for him, so yeah, there's not really a lot going on at the moment. Everybody seems to be a bit spread out apart from others in Mark 7, in my opinion. To be saying that, actually, the cars that are closest together are both Mercedes and the Aston Martins. So you got one of them, Aston Martin's close to a Mercedes of MK7 and Bubbers, and the other one, Page and Villeneuve. Were close together. I think Villeneuve has actually had a spin because he's dropped off massively from Page. So something's happened there. I didn't see it.
Yeah, Villeneuve had himself a little bit of a late braking coming up towards turn 1, and now he's on pressured by Domwar. But you can actually see with this track, you would actually would have seen a lot more time penalties on this track, but a lot of drivers actually keeping it very, very clean now. Now on the rear end of 7 God against Bubber. Turn 4. Fans on the inside, he's close to the door. Is he gonna look to make the move done? Bubbers up to P6 as he's able to make the move done around turn 14 with a beautiful overtake with the DRS. Very strong here, gained almost 7/10 down that straight. But, you know, as time goes on, 8 laps left to go here, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are just queuing in, we just had ourselves a little bit of a disconnect, so I do apologize for the inconvenience. But welcome back to Prospects eRacing League, as we're here for PlayStation Tier 3, Round 7 of the Chinese Grand Prix, broadcasted for Prospects. And honestly, it's been an exceptional race so far. But, Chappers, we're now seeing Craigie lose a lot of pace to Guitar Man Khan. So it looks like the time of those softs are up. They're done. They need to be swapped, or else he could potentially be getting a puncture if it gets any worse.
I did say it'd be about lap 20-21 where we will see those softs start to drop off dramatically, because of the tyre wear at this track, the tyres just wear so fast.
But that
Those softs
also
will be done at
questions.
this point.
But that also questions Kevo as well. Kevo's on a set of softs as well, but he's actually holding off against Bubbers at this point right now. So looks like it's a bit of a different situation between the two.
Craigie hit the wall. Craigie's out in the pit lane.
Craigie's out of the pit lane.
Yeah, he outbroke himself and he smashed into the wall.
And Light Cecil decides to stay out. Wouldn't you have gone in on like a set of softs, like how Panda's doing right now? Oh wow, so Craigie practically recreated Lewis Hamilton in his like rookie years, as both Kevo and Bubbers also hit with a drive-through.
Nearly hits Craigie's car.
Wow.
That was close.
So now you can actually see the pit crew actually getting very busy right now.
Everyone's gonna bet, I think, for softs.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Are gonna do it. I would. Yeah, I would.
I think that's just the best call right now.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
But now, do you know one person that's gonna be he's gonna be looking like a kid at a chocolate factory? Guitar Man Khan. As them two are battling out for the Drivers' Championship, Guitar Man Khan could be actually taking the lead of the Drivers' Championship tonight if it stays like this, because remember, Craigie and Guitar Man Khan are separated by 11 points. When you win a race, you get 25 points, and if you get the fastest lap, you get 26. So if Guitar Man Khan, even if he stays in first place, even if he stays in the podium, he will be taking the lead of the Drivers' Championship, which could mean, as AFS Natty is in the chat, we could be seeing a back-to-back Alfa Romeo Drivers' Champion.
Wow. Yeah, that was just I was on board with Craig, and he pitted, and he tried turning, and that car just didn't. Guitar Man Khan's pitting, which is probably the best call because of how far behind everybody else is, and I'm pretty sure Light Cesso is going to do the same. Yeah, Light Cesso in. So, there you go, Panda Manager's coming down the back straight now, so they will come out in front of him, I think. Guitar's just gone on to a fresh set of softs.
So
and
now it's all...
Guitar and Light Cesso, their tyres are going to be one lap younger than the rest of the field. They
are, yeah, they are. So, as you can see, red compounds all over the grid, and this is gonna be extraordinary, I'm gonna say. But if you were if you're in Guitar Man Khan's position and you see that there's a lapped car between you and second place, what would you think is gonna be the best idea? To let the lapped car through and have potentially a little bit more laps of safety car, or keep them behind you so you can have a little bit of a longer sprint on the safety car restart? Like, what would you think would be the best plan here? More laps but have a car between you, or let them through and have a little bit of lesser laps for the race?
Personally, if I knew I had the pace over the driver behind me, I would just want to get on with things, because I'd have that 3 laps to get out of that DRS zone, which if I knew I could get out of that, if I could bridge a 1 second gap in those 3 laps, I would just go for it, because then if you bridge that 1 second gap, you don't have any really threat from the guy behind you, and with the minimal laps to go, you can use your battery a little bit to just counteract that. So I probably wouldn't let that lap car through, because with the game it can glitch sometimes, so
yeah, that's true.
I would just want to get on with things, really, because if you can let a lap car through, it can glitch the lobby as such. So personally, I think Guitar Man Khan will just want to get on with this, as he has backed off from the safety car. I'm not too sure whether it is coming in this lap, I haven't seen the message pop up. It's slightly strange, but then there is a lot of the field still quite far away. So I do think we're going to have one more lap of safety car, I believe.
Oh yeah, definitely, as we wait for Monster and Mason to catch up with the rest of the grid. But I actually have a little bit of a trivia question for you, actually, chappers, and for the people back at home, to see if they can actually get the correct answer on this one. So we've actually had the most successful driver here in Shanghai where they have over doubled the wins from any other competitor on the track, with victories in 2008, 2011, 14, 15, 17, and as well as 19. Who is the most successful driver here at Shanghai?
I'm gonna say Hamilton.
You are correct on that one. Lewis Hamilton actually has six wins here, but out of those six, out of all of the races that he's done at Shanghai, what would you say is how many fastest laps has he actually accomplished here? Would you say?
I'm not too sure. I'm gonna say he's not done it in every single one, so I'm gonna say 4.
Okay, how are you getting this right?
Did I get it?
Yeah, you actually got it right. 2008, 2010 when he didn't win, 2015 when he won, and 2017.
Okay.
Okay, how did you know that? You're playing with me. You knew that.
I didn't know it. Honestly, God on the truth, I had no idea. I just took a wild gamble. I thought not all the time when you're kind of winning a race where you get fastest lap, because you want to keep your position. So I thought a lot of the other wins may not have been as simple, so maybe on some of them he wouldn't have got it. So I just took a wild gamble, and for some reason I got it right. So I've not made a fool of myself. I've made myself look like yeah, I don't know what I've made myself look like. Just a lucky guesser, shall I say?
Pretty much actually.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But as Mason is catching up now, he has just hit another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings of corner cuts. Guitar Man Khan is still waiting on Mason to catch up to see if he wants to start this lap, and you can actually see that he does want to start this lap. Did we actually receive word that race control that the safety car is in this lap? Because I didn't see that come up on the screen.
I didn't see it. Surely it's coming in this lap. It's got to be.
Well, it's got to be. Look how slow Guitar Man Khan is going. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be having 5 laps. This is going to be a 5-lap race until the end. Guitar Man Khan leading the way with Artistic Genius slowing down quite a bit. He has given Guitar Man Khan an extraordinary race restart lead of over 2 seconds off of Light Sasso. Panaman now looking to make the move on the inside of Light Sasso. These two have been battling out, and Panaman spins off the track. Luckily, not crashing into anyone, but he now backs up onto the track, now from P3 down to P12 on the safety car restart, and that is just absolutely catastrophic, as now Mark 7 God has crashed into the wall. No front wing for him, as Mellow Space was slowing down a little bit, as he's going side to side now with Villeneuve around turn 6, and Villeneuve able to make his way up to P7. But what a start for Guitar Man Khan. Very smart, like you said, very smart to keep Artistic Genius in between him and Light Sasso, as Mark 7 God crashes off the track on turn 6. Probably a lot of oversteer. Actually understeer. Remember, he had no front wing. Yeah. So he probably tried to go all out on that corner, but he has no front wing, so he couldn't really do that. Yeah. The stewards might have to look into that situation there. But Domwer also has himself an incident.
I'm thinking, though, because when we didn't see the message pop up, but around the point that safety car in this lap message will pop up, it did show that Mason got a 3-second time penalty, so maybe the game took priority in showing that over the in this lap message potentially, because we didn't see anything on the stream, I believe. So
no, I didn't remember seeing it.
Unless being completely blind. But I think at that point of where that message would have popped up, it came up with Mason's time penalty, which is kind of strange that it would pick priority over that, over the more important thing of the safety car knowledge of what's going on. But yeah, it's just, to be fair, that Artistic slowing right down at the start of that has almost gifted Guitar Man Khan a huge gap over Light Sasso, 3.6 now.
So it looks like Guitar Man Khan is still leading the way. So even if he had less than a second gap to Light Sasso, he's pulling away from him farther and farther beyond anyone could actually comprehend. So this could be a clear race win for him, and I'm actually seeing some new people in the chat that I haven't recognized actually. So as Bosif, who says yes, Craigie, push on, as he was on the track, but unfortunately couldn't get it done. We also see Abe Lamb saying it's very briefly showed the safety car in, and then Mason's penalty immediately after. Crew, thank you so much, crew. Appreciate that. F1 AEV, can they join the league? Sure. We'll have one of the admins send in the link to you, or probably get a message to you to get you involved, as we are actually going to be moving on to F1 22 when for the next season, of course, as we only have after this one 3 races left in the season. I do believe.
I believe there is Kota next week. I then think it's Imola and then Bahrain, I believe.
Well, Kevo and Bobbers goes into the pit lane.
They got damage.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Very strange. Let's have a look. I'm gonna watch Kevo and let's see.
Oh, drive-through penalties. Drive-through penalties, yeah. During the safety car period. Wow.
Moved, vintage.
Oh, look at Mason. Mason has his front wing broken as well. Sorry to cut you off there. Mason has his front wing broken off now, and wow, very unfortunate there. But now with 3 laps left to go, we got to start talking about drive to the day here, chappers. And I have a few names on my mind. I have a few names. So of course, Guitarman Khan, he will take the lead of the Drivers' Championship if it stays like this. Had an amazing race. Got into the 131s during qualifying, and just led the race from start to finish. Hasn't he led every single race?
Every lap, you mean?
Every lap, yeah. Sorry. Or did Craigie actually lead a lap?
Craigie overtook very briefly.
Very briefly, but
very briefly he overtook.
Well, we're going to have to check back on the footage, because if that is the case, where he actually led every single lap of this race, we could be seeing Prospects Tier 3's first ever Grand Slam. And for the people that are back at home, in the term Grand Slam of racing, it's when you get pole position, fastest lap, the race win, and you've led every single lap of that race. So, Guitarman Khan could potentially be getting it here tonight, which would be a huge accomplishment. We could also say to Light Sessa, who is battling out with Panaman for the majority of this race, had an extraordinary battle from start to finish. We could also say Paige for starting in last and now could be looking at a podium finish here tonight.
Yeah.
We could also say Monster, who has had that huge incident at the beginning of the race and is able to catch up to P6. Might be P7 once the time penalties are applied. Like, we have a lot of people, but I think if we have a Grand Slam here tonight, it has to go to Guitarman Khan. By not only getting a Grand Slam, but also taking the lead in the Drivers' Championship, if it stays like this, absolutely extraordinary.
I believe he will. And this will be, if I can get the team's standings up, I think this will be absolutely huge for the Alfa Romeo team, because the top 3, I believe, are extremely close here. If I can find the standings for you guys. So, Alfa Romeo, after round 6, are in the lead with 109 points, with Ferrari in second with 102, and Red Bull on 100.
Oh wow, so 9-point separation between the top 3.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this now. We actually just saw Vintage. He had himself a little bit of an incident coming around the final corner. We could be seeing Paige make the move on the final lap here as the white flag is being waved. The door is then closed from Vintage. But now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final lap. Everything, all of the safety precautions is out of the window. It's all or nothing. These drivers are going to be giving it their all until they see the checkered flag, where we'll be see who is crowned king or queen of China. Oh, and a huge braking zone for Paige as she goes right into the back end of Vintage. Got very antsy with that brake pedal. Panaman as well, looking on mellow space for P7. I don't know if Paige is now looking at damage due to that collision there. We're going to have to check back.
Okay. I think she's okay. That car seems to be turning fine. I think she's fine. She's okay. Paige hasn't got damage, I believe. If she has, it's extremely minimal. But she has kind of caught a bit back up to Vintage there over the past couple of corners. But She needs to try and get a good exit now out of this long swooping right-hander to take advantage of that DRS, to try and get past Vintage into this penultimate corner to take a
But
podium.
we're gonna have to leave this battle right now, actually, Chappers. I'm gonna leave
Yeah.
you to it. But we're now gonna go on board with Qatar Man Khan. Had pole position, fastest lap, we believe led every single lap of the race. As Paige now makes the move on the inside, Qatar Man Khan collects the checkered flag to win here at China, and now take the lead in the Drivers' Championship. Light Sesso finishes in second, with Paige starting at the back of the grid and finishes off in the podium. Villeneuve finishes in P5 and finishes in P4, as well as Monster just missing out of P5 by 91 thousandths of a second. Close margins from start to finish, but Qatar Man Khan is the one that comes out on top. Absolutely extraordinary for not just himself driving for the Drivers' Championship, but also for his team of Alfa Romeo pushing for the Constructors. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. How would you describe that race there?
Eventful, shall I say. A lot of twists in that, with the weather and everything. Just, yeah, a crazy race, and well done to the guys.
Absolutely extraordinary race. Again, guys, I am seriously sorry about the technical difficulties through it, but we're going to be right back here, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to be hearing from the top three, our podium finishers here tonight. Hopefully they'll all be able to attend, but
Hopefully. I'll try and get a couple of them in, now maybe? Should I try and get them in the party now?
Yes,
I've got
please.
some of them.
Yeah, Light Sesso said that he's down to join. I'm still waiting on word from Qatar Man Khan and Baguette. Honestly, absolutely extraordinary. What a race from Qatar Man Khan. He now takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship as he throws his fist into the air with the supporting Ukraine on the helmet. Just makes it even more memorable.
Yeah. Indeed, I've got Qatar Man now. I'm just gonna try and get Sesso in. Is it underscore or Sesso?
You can actually do players met, and they'll pop up there.
Okay.
Or like recently played with, or stuff like that.
Yeah, there we go. I found him. Thank you.
What a race! Oh, and Qatar Man Khan reacts with a Yep. Okay. We're gonna be hearing from all three of them, ladies and all of them. Oh my God! What just happened?
We'll be hearing from all three of them, everybody.
What just happened to my voice there?
No idea. No idea.
Absolutely extraordinary. We have one of them in here now. We have Paige in P3. Absolutely extraordinary. We now have Guitar Man, and we're waiting on one more so we can start the interviews. What a race! Oh, guys, we have the echo, by the way.
Sorry,
there we go. No worries. Also, can you all please check to see if you have your voice allowed to be shared, so they can hear your beautiful voices back at home.
How do you do that again?
Party settings, my friend.
Okay. Testing.
Well, you should be able to hear yourself if the stream, if you have it in the on your phone.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
I got
you're
it.
good to go. You're good to go.
Perfect. Let's actually test Light Sesso. You here, my friend?
Yes.
And Paige, you here as well?
Yeah.
All right. Beautiful. Let's get this interview underway. So now we're actually gonna start off first. Oh, actually, there's a lot of echo. Can someone check that for me, please? Yeah, don't know who that is exactly. Okay, it looks like it's good now. Alright. Oh, no it's not. It's still there.
It's okay, we'll roll with it, it's fine.
We'll just roll with it? Alright, we'll go on
Yeah.
with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now here for the interviews, and we're here with the podium finishers of HDE Baguette, Light Sesso, and Guitar Man Khan. We're going to start off with our P3 finisher of HDE Baguette. Paige, how are you doing after that race? Extraordinary finish of P3, making it in the dying moments of turn 14 on the final lap. How do you feel?
I feel bad for Vintage,
Oh, come on now.
but I did not even expect points from that race. It's probably my worst track. I was kind of just hoping that would be one of the ones that just didn't count through the season, but
No,
I'll take it.
no, I got a good question for you actually, and you might actually get a joke out of this. Next week, are we not going to be seeing you because you're going to be sick? Because every time you have a podium, you always get sick, Paige. So,
Probably.
will we be seeing you next week?
I don't even know what track it is next week.
Uh,
Oh wait,
Kota.
yeah. I'll make sure I'm there.
Well, as you always do, started at the back in qualifying, fought your way up the grid, saw that there was a late safety car due to the crash of Craigie, and on that safety car restart, you saw how far back you were from Guitar Man Khan and Light Sesso. Did you believe that at the end of the race you'll be here with us in the podium interviews?
No, not at all.
What kept you motivated?
Seeing Mason spin all the time. Basically.
Wow. Fighting words there, ladies and gentlemen, from Paige. Chappers, do you have any questions for our P3 finalist?
I don't. I just want to say well done. It was a great drive coming from the back of the grid down to P3, so I don't have any questions, but well done.
Yeah, Bubba's keeps complaining that I started back of her race. I'm like, well, now you have no complaint.
Well, as you are here on the podium, do you have anyone back at home that you want to give a quick shout out to as you finished in the podium?
Guess I'll say thank you to Craigie for crashing.
The Assassinate, Jesus. Alright, well, thank you so much for coming in, Paige. Congratulations again on your P3. We're now going to move on to our P2 finalist of Light Sesso. Light Sesso, back-to-back podiums, my man. How do you feel?
Honestly, I'm relieved for this one because last one I didn't get the podium. You know that?
Oh, did you not actually?
No, I got like 10 seconds of penalties, so I don't know who got P3 last time.
Well, now you're here today in the podium, and it looks like you had a clean race. So I'm not sure that you'll be. I don't think that you'll be out of the podium once the stewards make the decision. So we're gonna say it now. Welcome back to the podium, as you were here last week. In the chat. How does it feel actually to be in P2 now?
Actually, so good. I had a clean race all the way in the wet and then the dry. And I had a great battle with the Panda Man, but then at the end, his teammate was ghosted because I was lapping him, and I got confused from Panda Man and his teammate. So he clipped my rear tire and then he spun. So I'm sorry for that. I don't know. I will get penalty for that or what. So we will see.
Well, we're gonna have to wait and see what the stewards come down to that, but. You finished in P2. You were having a long battle. I was actually going to talk about Panda Man. A long battle from practically the start until the end, in the wet weather to the dry setup. You two actually have a lot of respect for each other on the track, and we just love to see that here in Prospects. And honestly, you did an exceptional job in P2, but my main question is, when you saw that Panda Man spun off the track because of clipping your right rear, what was the thing that really went through your mind with that?
Honestly, I thought that I will get a penalty, so I was maximizing my tires and my pace, so I could make a gap between me and the one behind me, which is Baguette or I don't know, Vintage I think. So I was pushing hard, so if I got a penalty, I would not go down to P3. Yeah.
All right, and Chappers, got any questions for our second place finalist?
I don't have any questions once again. I just want to say the same as I said to Paige. Just well done. Like I said, a great drive and another top 3 finish for you, as it was last week as well. So well done, man, and hopefully we'll be able to see you back on that podium again next week.
Yeah, thanks guys. See you
Well,
later.
one thing that you did say last week, though, you said that you're going to try and push back for the drivers' championship.
Yes,
And
and that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
well, you finished the P2, so good luck to you, my man. Any shout-outs for anyone back at home, or?
No, I will leave it right there. Thanks.
All right. Well, congratulations again, man. Have a pleasant evening, and we'll see you next week. And now, from the man that we all want to hear from, ladies and gentlemen, led the race from pole position until the end, fastest lap, maximum points, completing the first ever Tier 3 Grand Slam here in Prospects eRacing League. Congratulations to the Alfa Romeo driver of Qatar, Man Khan. How are you?
Thanks, guys. I'm good. Feeling good, man.
Honestly, extraordinary, mate.
Yeah, that was a good race, and then Craigie got it wrong on his strategy. He went from the wets to the softs, and I knew that wasn't gonna last him, so I was like breathing like a... So I didn't even battle him when he tried to pass me. I just let him use up his ERS, and I just took the lead back when I could, and then he had to pit, and then, well, he was unfortunate in the pit entry, so that was just a breath of fresh air for me.
And with that as well, as he actually, did you actually see what happened to Craigie?
No, I did not. I'll watch back the footage. I don't know what really happened.
From what it looks like, he locked up going into the pit lane and actually crashed into the wall, bringing out the safety car.
Oh, straight ahead, like he went straight?
Yeah, he just went straight, and
Oh
he
my
missed
goodness.
the braking zone into the wall. So I
Oh,
know he's
crap.
gonna be banging himself against his will because of that.
We had a good battle. Like he was close on my ass for like most of the race, eh? That
Yeah, he was very close to you. Good,
It
clean
was-
racing as well.
Yeah, because when he got me on the second stint where we changed the first pit stop, that was a real. I knew he was gonna be faster than me on those softs. So I was like, damn, I hope there are gonna be no more safety cars. Because then
Well-
his pit strategy would have worked.
Well, with that, well, Craigie out of the race, that gave you even more confidence now to come home with the race win. I want to say,
Well,
so far, congratulations. Now we'll take the lead of the Drivers' Championship,
Yeah.
and you now push even further for the constructors for your team of Alfa Romeo. How excited are you? Like, how crucial this race win and fastest lap extra point is to you?
Well, Craigie had the fastest lap, but when he crashed out and I had the gap to pit for the softs, so I said, well, what the heck, let's go for it. I had pole, I was in the race lead. I don't really have a challenge from behind me. I just went on the softs and I just pushed for that fastest lap. As soon as the safety car went in, I pushed for the fastest lap. So I had the freshest tires, and I gap like within the first lap, I had like 3 seconds gap between me and Sesso. So that was good.
Well, honestly, congratulations again. Chappers, do you have any question for our race winner here today?
I just want to say, what was your thoughts kind of throughout that race when you saw the weather was kind of changing and
I was just
figure out what to do?
I was just trying to nail that restart. I was just trying to put as much temperature in those rears as I could for that restart. Like, I swear to God, I made burnouts after burnouts going to that grid.
I just want to say again, well done. That was a phenomenal race. You did really well. I don't know whether I think I saw when the stream cut out temporarily that Craigie overtook you for maybe a lap or 2. I think.
Yeah,
Did that happen?
yeah, it did, and I just waited it out until his ERS was depleted because I stayed within DRS, and I just took the lead on the back straight comfortably, and I just led after that. I didn't battle him when he tried to take the lead because he was on softs. I knew I would have get back when his softs went off, so I just made that tactical choice to just not fight him there
Yeah.
and just
Made
save
the
my
sensible
ERS.
choice. made a sensible choice. So well done, very, very intelligent race you run there, and you were super, super fast today. So well done, and look forward to seeing you back out on track next week.
Yeah, where we at next week? We
Kota, I believe. So.
Oh
The
my
American Grand
goodness.
Prix. Yep.
Let's go. I'm ready for that today.
Confident words here from the new championship leader. Again, Guitar Man Khan. We're going to have to wrap this up. Thank you so much
Yeah, take
for
care,
coming
man,
in
guys.
for the interviews. Back-to-back podiums, a race win here today, and now taking the lead at the Drivers' Championship. Good luck to you, and if you're still in the chat, good luck to Craigie for the rest of the season. 3 races left in the season, ladies and gentlemen, before we make our transition to F1 22. And again, if you guys have enjoyed, please hit the subscribe button and have the notification bell on so you're notified every time we go live. And if you have enjoyed the content, please hit that like button. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Justin.
I've been Choppers.
And we will see you next week. Lots of love and stay safe, everybody.